Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.
What's going on, everybody? Happy holidays to you. Welcome to the Mark and Will Show. Yours truly, Will I Am, in the building with Will. And we got Mr. Stats. How you doing, Mr. Stats, today?
I'm good, my brother, and yourself?
Man, I'm good, man. You know, just got to go back to work tomorrow. I should have did what you did, but, I'll get over it. I'll get over it. I'll make it through. That means I got to work harder at the beginning of the month to do that, so. Do that, guy.
I hear you.
It is. I hope everybody.
I had days to burn.
Days to burn, yeah. They knocked them on out, man. What it said, use them or lose them? I ain't trying to do all that.
Go. Well, you can roll over 5, but I usually leave some on the table.
I know that's right. I hope everybody had a great Christmas and holidays. We do have another, New Year's Eve coming up, so just be careful. Enjoy your loved ones, your families, your friends, all that good stuff. Don't forget to find us, where to locate us at. Pretty much you see it on the bottom, rocking and rolling. Go ahead, share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff like that. So y'all know what today is. NFL. I'm going to tell you what, though, Mr. Stats. NFL, this don't care, man. Because for years, it's been NBA Christmas Day. For years, that's our day. The first 2 games on Christmas Day had teams that's not even playoff teams. We talked about it before that Detroit wasn't going to make it. You know what I'm saying? Even though people are like, no, they're not going to make it. 4 teams, 2 games, no playoff, and they outview the NBA. Crazy, man. I think NBA had like about 4 games. Can't compete. The NFL's, man. I mean, when you can say that the NFL's on, so it's been on Netflix, Amazon, Peacock, NFL Network, of course ABC, Wave 3. Besides Peacock, Fox, ESPN. Dude, they own it, man. So they don't care. They don't care when you got something. If Big Brother wants to come and take your day over, they will. And that's what they did, man. They trucked them. They really trucked them, and it is what it is, man. I mean, I'm not, to me, I don't get down to NBA until like end of the season playoff type stuff anyway, because it's too much. Mr. Stat go off for 25 points in the first 2 quarters, then he don't score no more because he's actually got family members doing FanDuel. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't take no shots in the second half. Who wants to see that shit, bro? Ain't nobody want to see that, man. But let's get it rocking and rolling, man. Let's start off with Christmas Day. Let's start off with the Cowboys. Cowboys and Commanders. Game didn't mean shit. Actually, as a Cowboys fan, I was hoping they'd lose so we can just move on up to the draft. I already done shifted to the draft. You know what I'm saying, as a Cowboys fan with that one. But took care of business. Commanders didn't have anybody out there, really. They had the receivers, but had a weak quarterback and still made it a little competitive. Dak's out there. I don't know what Dak is trying to do. My thing is, bro, just get off the field. You got a whole offseason. You don't want to get hurt, things like that. But I get it. They trying to play hard for each other for the new coach. Defensive coordinator still suck. 7-8-1. It makes no difference. Commanders fall to 4-12. 4-12. 2-6 at home. What you got on this game, Stats?
Yeah, like you said, both teams coming in with not really much to play for. But Dak Prescott, like you said, in the game when he probably should, like you said, be resting, getting ready for next season. Um, 19 of 37, 307 yards, 2 touchdowns. Malik Davis was leading rusher with 103 yards. Javonte Williams had 54 and a touchdown. Kevontae Turpin, 86 yards and a touchdown. That was his lone catch of the day.
A bomb.
On the other side, yeah. For Washington, Josh Johnson, 15 of 23, 198 yards, no TDs. Krosky Merritt, 11 rushes, 105 yards, 2 TDs for the day. Debo Samuel was the leading receiver, 68 yards. Let me see. Cowboys defense pressured Washington late, limiting big scoring chances. Washington's Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt broke off a 72-yard touchdown run, one of the longest by a rookie this season. Cowboys 7-8-1 keep slim hopes alive, but remain eliminated. Commanders fall further out of contention. So yeah, nothing to look for in this game, but just I don't know, better seeding for the draft, I guess.
You really hurt your season. I mean, if you're Dallas, right, you really hurt you because you should be losing.
Right.
So sit everybody
down. Losing, right?
You should be losing. But I will say this: the most intriguing part of this game is that Josh Johnson is still in the league. Now, he did that Hulu commercial talking about he done had 15 different teams or jerseys or whatever he did. He got drafted in 2008 by Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
In 2008. Dude is 39 years old. And that was almost like, let me just throw you one. I mean, you the backup. You the third string. But if you can't beat Josh Johnson, I mean, come on, bro. Like, and hats off to him because he's still in the league, taking care of his family, whether it's practice or whatever he's doing. Hats off to you, brother, because I don't think people knew that he was in the league still. And by his performance, I mean, granted, 15 for 23, 198, that looked like Phillip Rivers out there. So you really can't say that. You know what I'm saying? Or JJ sometimes, unless you play Dallas. So, I will say this. I don't know what he's going to do next week because that Dallas defense is awful. So, he might be back to reality and be more like 4 for 20 or something like that. But, hey, hats off to you, though, bro. Yeah. Hats off to you. You talk about dusting somebody off, and you talking about dusting somebody off. Vikings 23, Lions 10. This has to be the most disgraceful, disgusting. If you're a Lions fan, rest in peace, Pops. I know you are. You let a quarterback beat you for throwing for 50-something yards. Embarrassing. We talked about Detroit. We continue to talk about Detroit. Once Mr. Campbell stopped calling the plays, all that kind of stuff, man, it just went haywire. Because he's emotional. He wants to go on every fourth down. Mr. Stats mad because he ain't got the ball, so now he's just going to throw it to Mr. Stats for stuff. Tell him, make sure you run these plays for him. They look disinterested for the season. They done had some injuries, but everybody has had some injuries. We know their back end has been depleted. But that offense, and don't get me wrong, Vikings defense, as far as Flores, is a hell of a coach. But 10 points, and you let a guy throw for 50-something yards and beat you, you don't deserve no playoffs. No playoffs at all. Right. Do you ever think, and we talked about it, like I said, Detroit 8-8, Minnesota 8-8. Disgusting. What you got on the game stats?
Yeah, I mean, two teams 8-8, but different ways of getting there, right? Right. One was hot early and fell off. The other one was, not so hot and just kind of warmed up towards the end. It's a little crazy. And yeah, like you said, nobody expected the Lions, to fall this hard. Jared Goff, 18 of 29, 197 yards, 1 touchdown, interceptions. Jameer Gibbs was the leading rusher with 41 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown, leading receiver with 68 yards, with Isaac Tesla catching the touchdown. On the other hand, like you said, Max Brosmer, 9 of 16, 51 yards. 51 yards, you know what I'm saying? And won the game, yeah. Jordan Addison, 1 reception, 65 yards, and a touchdown. Aaron Jones Jr., 18 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown. Let me see.
Sickening.
Yeah, that's pretty much for that. Detroit committed a season-high 6 turnovers, stalling drives despite yardage. Multiple golf miscues, devastating to the offensive rhythm. Lions were swept by the Vikings for the first time since 2020.
Wow.
Lions 8-8, officially eliminated from postseason contention. Vikings improved divisional positioning. So there we are with that one.
For what?
Officially eliminated.
For what? Like, yeah, man, this is bad.
And one of the
Like,
hottest teams last season, right?
hot for the past 2 years. You remember they turned it on the year before, but last year everybody thought, okay, they going to Super Bowl. Didn't happen. Then they're like, well, you know, they'll bounce back this year. What's going to happen is now you're going to start losing players. I can't see Montgomery coming back. I mean, he's already disgruntled. You know, he's already upset with, you know, not getting enough carries. Gibbs don't look interested. I mean, interest. It's like it's this bad, bro. Like, you need to get an offensive coordinator in there and give up the play calling. 50-something yards, man. That's yeah. Time to go sit on down. Sit on down, man. Like I'm saying, like Dallas don't win no more, man. Because you got teams like that 8-8. Let's let them slide on back.
8-8.
Yeah. Never thought that, man. Never thought that. I would have had the Lions playing in the playoffs. Vikings, not so much with JJ. But hell, he's constantly getting knocked out, and other quarterbacks are coming in and winning. Who knows? Hey, disgusting though. Very much disgusting. Yeah. We ain't seen Travis since the Chiefs been eliminated. You know, for a couple of weeks. Now get better. Travis been underneath the weather. Get better, T-Rock. But yeah, man, the Chiefs, man. It's almost like let's have a group meeting, a team meeting, and say, look, man, don't even worry about it. Let's just go ahead, get a high draft pick. We 6-10 now. Broncos do what you got to do. Broncos bounce back for getting blasted themselves. 13-3 now. Kansas City falls to 6-10. 5-4 at home. That used to be, you know, that's the Chiefs' kingdom. They don't lose. Don't lose at home.
Right.
Well, you know, and this is even with Patty Ice. Let's be real. You know, like Patty Ice, they were struggling. And you've been calling. You've been calling for 2 years. You've been saying it ain't looking the same. They on the downswing. You called it last year on the downswing. You reiterated it this year on the downswing. And it is because that running game has been awful before Patty Ice got injured. He still don't have receiver one, stuff like that. Now the defense is getting injuries, and I mean, hey, let me do this real quick. Let me get a applause to the league, man. Let me get an applause because that is the one team that you did not want hanging around and being in the playoffs. Because anything can happen when you got a Hall of Fame quarterback. Now that's over with. That's a wrap. He probably gonna miss all next year, and now they gotta figure it out. Andy Reid's got to figure out, and will Andy Reid stay around for a whole year without a Hall of Fame quarterback?
Yeah.
Interesting. What you get on the stats? What's your thoughts on the Chiefs?
Yeah,
game?
I mean, as far as the outcome of the game, you know, I don't think there's any surprise there. You know, I think that's to be expected. Like you said, you know, they lose a Hall of Fame quarterback, but then too, they haven't been a complete team all season.
Right.
So yeah, where do you go from here? You know, like you said, you're gonna be without, Mahomes all next season. is this one of those system places where you can bring in just a serviceable quarterback and still continue to, progress? You're gonna have to plug some of these holes and some of these injuries that they have, brother. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna claim them. But yeah, Bo Nix, 26 and 38, 182, one touchdown, one INT. RJ Harvey, 14 carries, 43 yards. Bo Nix had 42 yards and a rushing touchdown also. Let me see. RJ Harvey, 33 yards and a TD receiving, was a leading receiver for them. Chris Olakuden,
Alakuden.
Oladokin. There we go.
Oladukin.
Oladokin. Okay, 13, 22, 66 yards. Ooh, one touchdown. Kareem Hunt, 7 carries, 38 yards, was a leading rusher. Travis Kelsey, 5 receptions, 36 yards, leading receiver. Rashard Smith caught the only touchdown for them today.
Is he
Let
gone?
me see what we have. Bo,
Is he
who's
gone?
that?
Is Kelsey gone?
Kelsey.
Yeah. Is he
Oh
gone?
yeah, I think he sits it down. Yeah, he's been kind of teasing it for the last couple years. Like I said, they're on the downswing. I don't think they just hop back up in the top contention next season. So, I think I'll go ahead and sit it down. Right now. Before I embarrass myself.
Gotcha.
Sort of like a LeBron situation. I think he should sit it down too because you got JJ calling you out.
Your
You
partner.
got JJ calling you out.
Your partner.
Yeah. All right. So Bo Nix not only threw a touchdown but rushed for a score, key late in the game. Denver dominated possession and total yards, 303 to 139, yet had red zone challenges. Kansas City managed only modest offensive production and failed to tie late. Let me see. First Broncos win in Kansas City since 2015.
I
And
believe it.
first sweep of the Chiefs since the 2014 season. Broncos improved to 13 and 3, clinching AFC West and a top seed. Chiefs remain eliminated from playoff contention.
Where did they get Chris Oladukin? Dude was drafted in
Hella Duke. Yeah,
2022
I never heard it.
by Pittsburgh Steelers. He came from South Dakota State. So he's been hovering around the practice squad for 3 years, pretty much different places. And you hit it on the head. I don't know if Andy Reid's system is like Shanahan and all those guys. I really don't. Because we see what 49ers did. The Shanahan, they just plug and play with the quarterback.
Right.
Still win. I don't know, bro, because Chris wasn't the backup. I forgot who the other backup was. The dude who got hurt, Mishu, whatever. And he still looked like garbage in that system. He used to start in the league. I don't know if
Right.
it is, bro. I don't know if it is built like that, like these other plug and play. Because I know that Shanahan probably Rams, McVay's probably one of those. Your guy LaFleur, when he gets a hand on the backup quarterback and get him time, they look good that they can win games. I don't know if Andy Reid stuff is like that. Even though a lot of them got principles and stuff from him with the West Coast, I don't know, man. I mean, it looked real bad. I'm just gonna say this, and then we'll move on. They better go get a quarterback. They better go get a quarterback, and I'm not talking about drafting a quarterback. They better go get somebody, at least, to be ready in case when the old boy come back. Because this ain't it. Maybe go get Mac Jones. Maybe go get him. And say, hey, 49ers, let's do a trade. We want him because he should be starting in the league somewhere.
Right. But then too, like you said, man, they do need running. They do need a lead receiver. So just getting a QB ain't gonna fix it.
True.
You're
That's
gonna
true.
need a QB and some true weapons out there to complement them. So
And
I think Patrick Mahomes is one of those that can take a mediocre guy and make him look better than
Yes.
he is. I
Yes.
don't know that a substitute can do that.
no, and your line play like you spend so much money and you been spoiled because you haven't had to do anything, right? Didn't have to do anything
Mm-hmm.
except let Petty Ice do what he does with mid talent. Everybody ain't built like that. I mean, we see Josh Allen
Right.
doing that. He's doing it. Everybody's not built
Mm-hmm.
like that. People need some people to help, and hey, it's a long road, man. Congratulations, Broncos, taking care of business. The Texans are real, ain't they? Texas 20, Chargers 16. Or is the Chargers counterfeit? Because I tell everybody every time, everybody gets so gun ho on a team after they play Dallas. Their offense is everybody scores on Dallas defense, and they couldn't do anything. I mean, I'm surprised they got 16, and I know that came kind of, a little later on in the game type stuff because the Texans was bullying them, was beating them it was just down 14-0 in the first quarter. The game was over with. They couldn't do anything. The same guys who was catching the balls against Dallas and looking all good and running and everybody. I keep telling you guys, you cannot count that game. You got to win it if you Chargers and whoever else, but it's fool's gold because when you play a real team that has a real defense, let me say, a top 15 defense,
Mm-hmm.
even though they like number one defense, it's not going to look the same. And the Chargers are the same Chargers. I don't care what their record is. I know they're like 11-5 now. They're going to get in the playoffs and they're going to do nothing because that looked bad, extremely bad. Because the best of the best is in the playoffs. Only time you don't is when you have a struggling like Carolina and the Tampa Bay, whoever win that has to get in there, or Pittsburgh or Baltimore, but they still got pieces that can
Mm-hmm.
get you. I just don't see it, man. What you got on this game?
Oh man. Yeah, two teams with evenly matched records, coming head to head. Chargers, like I said, they're kind of that team that you expect to disappoint, right? Regardless of the regular season success, you expect them to go in and kind of shit the bed at the end of the year, right?
Right.
Um, yeah, CJ Stroud today, 16 to 28, 244, two touchdowns, two interceptions. Woody Marks leading rusher, 71 yards. Jaden Higgins leading receiver, 88 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Noel also with the receiving touchdown today. For the Chargers, Justin Herbert, 21 to 32, 236, one touchdown, one INT. He was also the leading rusher in the game today with 37 yards.
That's bad. That's bad. That's bad.
Quentin John, yeah, that is really bad. And the other names that I see on the rushing chart don't really ring bells to me. You know what I mean? Omarion Hampton,
Rookie.
he carried it for 14 times today for 29 yards, and he got a touchdown today too. Quentin Johnston, 98 yards receiving today. Rondé Gaston was the tight end, 32 yards and a touchdown on the day. Let me see what we got. C.J. Stroud, 244, two TDs, but also threw two INTs. Long early touchdown connections to rookies Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel set the tone. Texans defense recorded 5 sacks and key third down stops. With this win, Houston clinched its third straight playoff berth for the first time in franchise history. Texans 11-5 remain the AFC title hunt. Chargers dropped to wild card status and will be road oriented in the postseason.
Ain't gonna be out of there in the postseason.
Yeah,
Early.
in the postseason. Right.
Early. Justin Herbert, even though he remind you of like as far as running ability because he can still move it. He remind you of Tyler Shook, that they sneaky athletic that you don't think, but you don't want him running the ball. You don't want him being the leading receiver, especially Tyler Herbert, who's already got a broken hand or whatever the hell he's got going on with him. But 37, 6 carries, Vidal, I guess he's hurt. Yeah, man. I mean, is this at home? Like when I can take you serious, I will take you seriously. as a playoff team, you have to win these games at home against another playoff team because this is what you're gonna face. But now you got to go on the road, like you said. You got to go on the road and do this. You're not playing Dallas. You're gonna play somebody who's good, and you're gonna lose.
Right.
You're coming up out of there quickly. But Texas, hats off to them, man. They turned it around. I think they started the season 0-3 or something like that. Very impressive. Very impressive. Well, the nightcap of yesterday's games: Ravens 41, the Packers 24. No Lamar, check. Didn't make no difference. They finally got the script. It should be the script even with Lamar. Pound the ball with King Henry. King Henry had 3 TDs at halftime. Like, dude was tearing it up, bro. I mean, he different. And he carried the ball 30-something times. Stats will tell y'all shortly. But where was this at last week when the Ravens could have controlled the whole destiny? Where was that at? I understand he went out, he got hurt, talking about Lamar, but still, you still run the ball with backup quarterbacks or whatever. It should never, ever change. Patriots, you had that game against the Patriots. Patriots just gave up against the Bills previously, so you know they was vulnerable. Why not? Why you wait now that you have to pray? This game already happened Saturday night. You had to pray that Cleveland Browns do something they ain't really done all year. And this is how cuckoo the NFL is, and we'll get to that shortly. But as of Saturday night, they needed this game, and they showed up, showed out. The Packers, first of all, when you lose a Michael Parsons, who is, as far as that front seven, dude is a game changer. He makes everybody eat. His front seven eats. Makes the DBs on the back end because now the ball got to come out quicker. Where is he at? You got to. Is he over the center? Is he over here? Is he over there? You got to account for him. When he's gone, it's going to take some time. And as crazy as you don't have that much time to adapt. And Jordan Love hurt. He didn't get to play. Willis got in there. He was banged up, but he still was looking good, but he got banged up again. But that Packers rush defense, something got to happen because we know that Parsons didn't stop the run. I mean, that wasn't his forte. So something has to happen. But Ravens, big time win. Packers got to dust itself off and get ready because they definitely playoff bound. What you got, Stats?
Yeah, man. Ravens, it's crazy how they plan B should have been plan A all the time, right? Like I said, we're going to play without our main guys, so we're just going to lean on Derrick Henry, who, like you said, they should have been, leaning on all season, Tyler Huntley, 16 of 20, 107, one touchdown. Derrick Henry, 36 carries, 216, 4 touchdowns. Great game. Zay Flowers, 4 receptions, 30 yards, 1 TD. For the Packers, Malik Willis in place of Love, 18 of 21, 288 yards, 1 TD.
Great game.
Great game. Malik Willis, 9 rushes, 60 yards, and 2 touchdowns rushing today. He was also the leading rusher. Christian McCaffrey, 5 receptions for 113 yards, 1 touchdown. Was the leading receiver today. Let me see. Backup QB Malik Willis impressed with 288 yards, 2 rushing TDs, but overall team couldn't contain him. Ravens controlled time of possession, 40-plus minutes, exhausting Packers defense. This was the Packers' only blowout loss of the regular season. Ravens 8-8, keep faint playoff hopes alive. Packers locked into NFC 7th seed.
Wow. Yeah. You need to rest everybody since it don't make you already locked in. I wouldn't play nobody next week if I'm the Packers. We need our health is more important. And we all know when we get ready to cover what happened today, with this one right off the bat. Let's go ahead and do it. Ravens needed the Browns to pull off a miracle, and the miracle was not that tough. Browns 13, Steelers 6. Granted, it was raining, all this kind of stuff like that, but you had an opportunity to not even worry about it. Don't even dress people. Rest. Now, anything can happen. You probably will see Lamar. Not saying that's going to be different, but if I'm the Ravens, I think I'm going to go down swinging with Lamar at the quarterback. I know he can hand the ball off or whatever he got to do. Now, this is all for the marbles. Still, as you had one thing to do, win the game. Browns was up 10-0, I think it was in the first quarter, something like that. That can't happen. That can't happen. Shador was doing things, passing, and you kept him under control. After the first quarter, he was under control. You didn't have to worry about it. And you couldn't move past that, man. You got 6 points in the second quarter and did not score again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, we're learning a lot about teams that's hoping to get in the playoffs because they're going to be one and done. And now you got to hope you get in the playoffs with your Steelers. You got to hope. Yes, the game's at home. It makes no difference because guess what? Guess who ain't playing? Mr. I want to smack a fan in the stands. He's gone. He was the number one receiver. He's the one, even if he struggled, he's the one that everybody said, oh, man, that's half man, half robot. We got to make sure we double him, make sure we got eyes. You got to do that now. The biggest threat for them now is tight ends. Bro, it doesn't make a difference now. It doesn't make a difference. Now you go back to the rematch, and you don't have a receiver. Your best receiver. It gets tough, man. What you got on this game, Stats?
Oh, yeah, man. Aaron Rodgers, 21-39, 168 yards, no TDs, no INTs. Jalen Warren, 12 carries, 64 yards, leading rusher. Pratt Freiermuth, 3 receptions, 63 yards, was leading receiver for the Steelers today. Shador Sanders, 17-23, which is really efficient.
Yep.
186 yards, 1 touchdown with 2 INTs, which, that's something he's going to have to work on over the offseason. Dylan Sampson, 11 carries, 27 yards, leading rusher for the team. Jerry Jeudy, 5 receptions, 54 yards, no touchdowns, was leading receiver. Harold Fannin Jr., 30 yards and a TD for him. Browns defense held Steelers without an offensive TD today. Cleveland limited Pittsburgh to field goals only and forced key stops late. Aaron Rodgers finished with 168 passing yards but couldn't convert in the red zone. First time the Steelers were shut out of the offensive touchdowns in a Week 17 playoff race game in years. Steelers 9-7 now must win Week 18 to secure the AFC North title. The Browns snap a 4-game skid.
So Aaron can't do it by himself no more? Because he's going to have to. He's going to have to.
Right.
I mean, like I said, that DK Metcalf shit. What do you do if you lose next week because this dude ain't on the field? What do you do? Like, dude, that's on you because you can control your emotions.
Oh, yeah.
You talked about Pickens. You talked, they talked about Pickens, talking about Damien Stiller. Oh, he's a headache. Y'all got rid of a headache that y'all deem a headache for another headache. That make sense.
And they can rescind a contract behind something like that.
I would, because I think he lost some bonuses and different stuff like that, right? I think he lost something.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Craziness, man. Craziness. And, dude, you think NFL has 1 million cameras in the stadium. You didn't think they was going to see that? You didn't think it was going to see you? Come on, man. Hey, yeah, it is what it is. Congratulations, Shador. You did some stuff that people haven't done, and they, playing the Steelers, and you beat them. Congratulations. like Mr. Stats said, got to work on them ints and reading the defense and stuff like that. But hey, you got that on your belt, bro. I know some veteran quarterbacks who don't have it underneath their belt. So, congratulations. Well, the Patriots is playing games. They don't care. Man, this game right here. If they could have pulled it, they should have pulled it because this was totally disgusting. Patriots 42, the Jets 10. I mean, it was 35-0 in the blink of the eye. 35-3 at halftime. May going crazy. Everybody's getting TDs. Uh, but you know what though? This is how a team that's fighting for the number one seed, number two, is supposed to do the Jets. Jets don't have anybody. They had a whole bunch of backup players. They still got Brady Cook starting for the third time, and we know that he doesn't move the needle. Hey, congratulations, Patriots. That's all I gotta say. Congratulations. What you got, stats?
Oh yeah, man. Drake May. I mean, surprised by the Patriots though. I mean, these last what 3, 4 years, they've really
Wow,
been in
tough.
the dirt. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And this year is really impressive for me. I mean, for them. Um, Drake May, 19 of 21, 256, five touchdowns today. That
Wow.
is crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Travion Henderson, 19 carries, 82 yards, leading rusher. Ramondre Stevenson, 47 yards and a touchdown rushing. Let me see. Stephon Diggs with a TD today, 6 of 101. Ramondre, 55 and a touchdown. Hunter Henry, 49 and a touchdown. Afton Chisholm, 40 and a touchdown. Austin Hooper, 11 and a touchdown. So yeah, they they was racking them bitches up today. Let me see for New York. We had Brady Cook, 19 and 33, 152, no touchdowns, INT. Brees Hall, 14 carries, 111 yards and a touchdown today. Um, John Michie, 41 yards receiving, was the leading receiver today. Um, Patriots offense overwhelming, scoring on 6 straight touchdown drives early. Brees Hall eclipsed 1,000 rushing yards for the first time in his career.
Lord Jesus.
The Patriots finished 8-0 on the road this season. Only the third time in franchise history that's occurred. New York forced behind early, and couldn't sustain drives. Turnovers and sacks played the offense. Patriots 13-3 are locked into the top NFC, AFC seeding contention, pending week 18 in the Jets slam draft position.
And they got a lot of first round picks. I mean, hell,
Right.
Dallas gave him one, one for next year, the year after next, and then somebody else. I think the coach did too for Sauce Gardner. So they, hopefully some studs to come out for him. But hey, great win, Patriots. And you're right, verbal man. I mean, Mike he's the guy. Tennessee Titans. Sometimes it just gets stale after a while. He was good. He was a good coach there, and coming back to where he had his glory days playing. It just fits like a glove, man. So hey, way to bounce back. Good organizations bounce back. They do.
Mhm.
Tyler Shuck and the company, 34. The Titans, 26. The battle of the quarterbacks. One quarterback, the number one pick, Cam, which we know Cam only got like about one. He got Tony Pollard half the time, and I don't even think really even plays anymore. But Tyler, you know what? Hats off to the Saints for finally 5 games ago, 6 games ago, whatever it was, when they 6 or 7 games when they got so Rattler sit down, we gave you opportunity. It didn't work, so people can't say we didn't give you opportunity. Now we roll with him, and he looks good. He looks good, especially for a rookie. What
Right.
I think they won like 5 games in a row, something like that. This very impressive. And yeah, they beat the Titans. Well, they ain't only just beat the Titans. You know what I'm saying? Like they have taken care of business. And you can only play who's in front of you. So they actually beat the two
Right.
teams in their division that's playing for the playoff spot, right? So hats off to them, man. Hats off to Tyler, man. What you got on this game?
I'm looking for my notes. Uh,
Oh, Tyler Shuck. I heard you, brother. Do your thing, man.
Tyler Shuck.
He grandparents' day. Do old, but he's taking care of business. He's taking care of business, and he's putting up numbers. That's the great thing. He is putting up numbers.
Right.
It's not like he's sitting there like for 10 for 20, 130 yards, stuff like that. Dude is doing his thing.
Uh, yeah. Tyler Shuck, 22, 27, 333, 2 touchdowns today. Aldrick Estime, 14 carries, 94 yards, and a TD today. Olave, Chris Olave, 8 receptions, 119 yards, and a touchdown today. Kevin Austin Jr., 52 yards and a touchdown. Cam Ward, on the other hand, 21 of 40, 251, 2 TDs. Tony Pollard, 18 carries, 85 yards. Chiga Kanwu, 55 yards, 1 TD. Eric Ayomanar, 37 yards and a touchdown was the other receiving TD for them today. I can't find my notes for the game, you know.
You good? You don't need no notes for this game.
But yeah, I mean, for real, you really don't. I mean, the Titans weren't going to do anything either. I mean, no way. The Saints, you know, I mean, here towards the end of the season, seems like they're starting to turn it on, but
Too late.
it's too little, too late for them. So yeah, good game for the Saints. I mean, I wouldn't call it a great win, but you know, a win's a win.
You know, and I would say great win for them for the simple fact you're trying to build for next year. You're trying to get this confidence for this young dude. Do what you got to do. Now they 6-10. You know, the record is still awful, but at least you feel a little bit good about yourself as far as the direction for next year. Because now he's got a game experience. He's winning on the road. He's winning in the dome. Now I don't know what it's gonna look like because Mr. Kamara hasn't done anything all year. You know, he's been injured. The people, I love what I see with Chris Olave and of course Juwan Johnson. But other than that, you got a lot to rebuild. You know, so you don't have to worry about the quarterback spot. You don't have to worry about Chris or the tight end, but you still got a lot of work to do. And the Titans, hey, bro, it's the reason why it was the number one pick last year. You know, keep your head up. Don't get injured. You know, don't take a lot of sacks, but good win, Saints. Next up, Jags 23, Colts 17. Colts came out fine. Colts was, they trying the little engine they could with old man Rivers, but just not enough. I would have to say this, man, and I had a conversation with a guy. The Jags, man, I didn't see them coming like this. I mean, granted, and I'm not even talking about the Colts because the Colts we know Danny Jones, Danny Dimes was doing some stuff before he got injured, but Jags 12-4, 6-2 in a way. Balling, man. It's balling. Sunshine doing his thing. Just very impressed. And Cohen, first year head coach for them, who was used to be at Kentucky a couple of years ago as an offensive coordinator, who came from the Rams system, their tree. He has given Sunshine, aka that's what I call him, Trevor Lawrence, confidence. He's been struggling for the past 2 years. Dude looks good. Dude is doing some things out there, and he has control of the offense. And the Jags is a deadly team because their defense is top 10. And Sunshine Rocket and Travis Etienne, it is what it is. What you got, Stats?
Yeah, man. It's kind of disappointing, man. The Colts started the season so hot, man, and I thought
Yes.
that they would finish out, but yeah, they had some injuries and things, kind of derailed them there towards the end. But like you said, Trevor Lawrence has been playing his ass off this season. You got to, take your hat off to him. I know we like to clown him a lot, but he's really been doing a damn thing this season. Today he was 23 of 37, 263 yards, no TDs, one INT. Travis Etienne, 17 carries, 76 yards today, was the leading rusher. Trevor Lawrence, 26 yards, 2 TDs rushing today. Parker Washington, 8 receptions, 115 yards receiving, was the leading receiver for Jacksonville. Phillip Rivers, on the other hand, 17 to 30, 147, 1 touchdown, 1 INT. Jonathan Taylor, 21 carries, 70 yards and a touchdown. Tyler Warren, leading receiver, 43 yards. Mo Alley Cox caught a touchdown. And I think that's the only touchdown, thrown for them today. Yeah. Let me see. Trevor Lawrence accounted for both Jaguars' rushing touchdowns despite throwing an interception. Jaguars' defense sealed it late with a key interception. Jacksonville, 12-4, overcame turnovers and a late coach lead to maintain control. First-year coach Liam Cohen became the only coach to guide a 4-win team to 12-plus wins this season. Jaguars keep pace for AFC South title and top seed, now needing a Week 18 win to clinch the division. Indianapolis Colts finished 8-8 and are eliminated from playoff contention with the loss. So, very disappointing for the Colts. You know what I mean? Like that started the season so, hot.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. And Taylor, man, he was when you have a hell of a running back and you got a quarterback that's playing his ass off, that's a dynamic duo. And when Danny Dimes was rocking and rolling, Jonathan Taylor was rocking and rolling, he's going to end the season with like 1,600 yards, 22, 23 TDs. He could have easily had 2,000 yards rushing if Danny Dimes didn't get hurt. It changed the complex, changed the look. They'd be in the playoffs. Yep, not now.
Right.
Maybe next year. Somebody who doesn't care, I guess, anymore. Even though they got a chance next week to try to get in there. Dolphins 20. The Bucks 17. Baker Maker, man. Hey, man, that's another dude we make fun of, and because he starts off hot and then all of a sudden he get ice cold, ice, baby. And this is what we seeing, man. Miami is playing for nothing. They are the AFC Cowboys that they still bringing out their first team except Tua ain't playing, but everybody else is playing. Achan and all this kind of stuff like that. They playing for pride, and they are like making life miserable for some people. And the Bucks has won. What you get on this stats?
Yeah. I don't know what I was expecting from this game. I don't think that, I expected the Dolphins to play with any kind of fire today. But, they did. I mean, they looked decent, with that backup quarterback. I
Right.
seen him out there flexing today. So, he did pretty well. Baker Mayfield was 33 of 44, 346.
That
Two
ain't bad.
touchdowns, 2 INTs, though. Was sacked 3 times also. Bucky Irvin, 9 carries for 19 yards. I think that's where a team struggles when they can't run the ball.
Right.
Jalen McMillan, 7 receptions, 114 yards, no touchdowns, was the leading receiver. Chris Godwin Jr., which is, coming back off the injury last couple of weeks, 108 yards and a touchdown today. Miami, Quinn Ewers, 14 of 22, 172, 2 touchdowns today. Devin Achan, 18 carries for 83 yards, was leading rusher. Theo Weiss Jr., 63 yards and a touchdown, was the leading receiver. Greg Dulcich, 58 yards and a touchdown, was right behind him. All right, the Dolphins held on for a narrow road victory over Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay finished 7-9 after a 4th consecutive loss, underlying the offensive struggles. Rookie Quinn Ewers earned his first NFL win as a starter. Both teams are now out of playoff contention and will play spoilers in Week 18. A back-and-forth finish featuring multiple lead changes highlighted both teams' volatile seasons. So, both of these teams you would think had some promise. Especially the Buccaneers earlier in the season. The Dolphins, they kind of sucked it up early. they had some ups and downs. They have some injuries. You know, they haven't been full strength all
Right,
season either. So
right.
um,
But
yeah, so
the problem is that they are playing for a playoff spot. The Bucks, like
mhm.
come on, the Dolphins is not like you don't. There's no way you come out flat, bro. Like you are trying to win a division. Now you did not. You got one more game because you win this game. It's a wrap. You in the playoffs,
Mhm.
but you come out flat, and you got too many veterans on that team to be doing this. And you was another team that got hot last year, was in the playoffs. That you was some people sneaky pick to maybe at least play in the the NFC Championship. But it's just like I don't know, man. You cannot have stinkers like that, bro, and be serious. Another one, the team we're talking about that they're gonna be playing is the Panthers. Now, Seahawks is definitely a better team than the Panthers. Seahawks 27, the Panthers 10, but you at home. You at home. You have beat some teams. I ain't gonna say you beat the best teams, but you beat some teams at home, and you came out flat. And so both of these teams, you're gonna have a team again. This is what I do not like that when this happens, but that is how it's set up. You're actually gonna have a team in the NFC South with a losing record to make it to the playoffs. Probably, maybe because they still number one. I mean, they still in first place as far as Carolina. But now you got to go to Tampa Bay, and if Tampa Bay wins, it's 8-19. I don't like it, and I know
Mhm.
it is what it is. But Carolina, you was at home, you had an opportunity. We know that Mr. Donald, he got two sides to everything. He doesn't know, we don't know what we're gonna get for him. If it's gonna be 5 interceptions one game, 5 TDs the other. Get to him. That's all you got to do. You got a solid defense, and you couldn't move. You couldn't rock and roll. But Seahawks got everything else playing for it too. They playing for the number one overall seed. So it wasn't like they wasn't playing. This is not the same as the Dolphins, right? But you still playing for the number one overall seed, and you playing to clinch. But we'll find out what you got, Stats.
Yeah, Sam Darnold, man, 18 to 27, 147, one touchdown, one INT. Zach Charbonnet, 18 carries, 110, two touchdowns today, was a leading rusher. Um, Smith Jigba, 9 receptions, 72 yards with no touchdowns. He was the leading receiver. AJ Barner caught receiving touchdown today for Seattle. Bryce Young, on the other hand, 14 of 24, 54 yards, one INT.
Lord have
Rico
mercy.
Dowdle today was 12 carries for 59 yards, no touchdowns. Bryce Young had a rushing touchdown today for 27 yards. Let me see who else. Jalen Coker, leading receiver with a whole 16 yards today. Whole 16 yards. It's crazy to me. But I mean, the Panthers, you know, their season, record or whatever. I mean, I
They
wouldn't
ain't
expect
they.
them to be 8-8. I mean, I wouldn't expect them to be, 500. I'd expect
True,
them to be,
true.
like
I get
2,500. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere in that area. You know what I mean? But they've exceeded expectations, even though that's not much to, you know what I mean, to
no.
sneeze at or whatever.
Right.
Uh, Seahawks balanced offense with big plays and created multiple turnovers. Carolina struggled to sustain drives, finishing 8-8 after the loss. Panthers now have alternated wins, losses, and a unique streak pattern, going 9 straight weeks without a consecutive same results. So they win a game, lose a game, win a game, lose a game. Yeah, you're not expecting that out of them, but yeah, it's how it is. Panthers loss keeps them chasing the division. Buccaneers also lost earlier, complicating that path. So yeah,
Win and get in.
I mean, yeah, it's a win. It's a win for the Seahawks, but yeah,
But I
not
mean,
much to
at
brag
least
on.
at least the Panthers still have an opportunity. If you win next week, you end the playoffs. And you hit it on the head.
Hmm.
Nobody saw the Panthers even being 8-8. Now you have an opportunity to be 9-8 and go into the playoffs. I mean, hell, they was ready to get rid of Bryce Young. Like not just Carolina, because we saw it on the wall. Like everybody was getting rid of him. Like not even trying to, like put him at Walmart type shit. They was trying to get rid of dude. And 54 yards gives them an opportunity to say, we still need to think about this. Maybe if we had some other quarterback that can throw the ball, we can rock and roll. I mean, still, we know he's under pressure, but I'm with you. 8-8, great season for them. But it can still be better than that, this win, and get in the playoffs. And I'm going to tell you, Bryce, they can't take that away from you. They can't take that away. Rico was another trade that nobody wanted. Dallas kicked him to the curve, and he's got over 1,000 yards rushing. He's got incentives that he's playing for. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But, yeah, congratulations, Seahawks, taking care of business. Next up, these games like this, hey, congratulations, Bengals, 37, Cardinals 14. Nobody gives a damn. I mean, granted, it's a lot of games like that, but we all know that if Joey Buckets did not get hurt, the Bengals probably would have won that damn the AFC North, because that offense is legit. The offense is legit, period. What you got on there, man?
Oh yeah, man. Bengals. I mean, they came in and did what they needed to do. I don't think they necessarily needed to play Joe Burrow at this point in the time in the season, but it is what it is. Jacoby Brissett, 21 of 37, 212, touchdown, no interception. Michael Carter, leading rusher, seven carries for 29 yards. Michael Wilson, 5 receptions, 89 yards, and a touchdown, leading receiver. Trey McBride, 10 receptions, 76 yards, and a touchdown behind him.
Incentive.
Yeah. Joe Burrow, on the other hand, 24-31, 305, 2 touchdowns in a meaningless game. Joe Flacco, also in the game, 3 of 5, 24 yards today. He played briefly. Chase Brown, 22 carries, 101, and 2 touchdowns today. Great game from him. Jamar Chase, 7 receptions, 60 yards, 2 touchdowns for him also today. So, yeah, man, offense rocking and rolling for the Bengals. Their offense was balanced with multiple scoring drives. Cardinals couldn't keep pace. Key red zone scores and turnovers helped widen the margin. Cardinals remain in a developmental rebuild. Bengals reinforced.
How many years is that?
I don't know. Reinforced late postseason momentum. Cincy secondary forced critical punts in the second half. Bengals playoff status to be determined. Bolster positioning.
Yeah, we know what it is.
Cardinals season ending. Right. Record lockdown draft pick. So that's what they're looking for, I guess, at this point.
To be determined. No, we know exactly what the Bengals playoffs is. Done.
Right.
Yeah, quit all that shit. And I'll bet you real quick, I want to say it matters when you have a quarterback. Chase Brown has been stagnant all year except for the last 4 or 5 games. I wonder why. Because now he's got somebody slinging that thing that everybody's scared of. And it's leaving up lanes and things, like play actions there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes a difference, man. And now it makes sense, okay, because at the beginning of the season, like, when they struggling and hurt, and, like, Chase Brown ain't doing shit. Look at it now.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully some of you guys who's in the fantasy championship playoffs and stuff, that you can do what you got to do. Utilize him, because he ain't no joke. Now this is ridiculous. Giants 34, Raiders 10. This is why this is ridiculous. Real quick, everybody's heard about Max Crosby getting upset because they said he's gonna sit his ass down the next 2 games. He got so upset he left the facility. I was telling Stats that I saw a video, dudes at the crib shooting basketball, and it's funny because before he posted that video, it was going out that he needed surgery on his knee and things like to clean it up and all this. And he's out there shooting threes and moving good on that knee. Like, ain't nothing wrong with me.
Mhm.
Let that man go. Trade him. Let that man go. Go ahead and get some first round picks, something for him, bro. Because all that stuff spills over, man. When you lose that trust, and I can't stand you. My bosses, hey, it's a wrap, man. It's toxic. It becomes toxic, and it breeds
Mhm.
into the locker room. Let that man go be great somewhere else, bro. It happens all the time. Let him be great, because what they were saying is, we don't want you strip sacking. We don't want you getting no TDs. We don't want you stopping no TDs. We want the Giants to beat us so we can get that number 1 pick. And my guys,
Mhm.
the Giants has got young players who are trying to win. They don't want to be losers. And they blew the doors off of Geno and them. It is what it is. Shame on you, Vegas Raiders, for all that bullshit that you let leak out. But it is what it is. What you got, Stats?
Yeah, man. Yeah, shame on the Raiders, man. Jackson Dart. So much promise earlier in the season. I mean, they were another team that came in with the rookie, Scatterboo and all those guys. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They looking really dangerous at the beginning of the season. But to see them now at 3-13 is a little shock. Jackson Dart, 22 of 30, 207 yards, no touchdowns today, no INTs. Tyrone Tracy, 14 carries, 62 yards, no TDs. Jackson Dart had 2 rushing touchdowns today with 48 yards today.
He's a
Wandale
problem.
Robinson.
He's a problem.
Yeah.
Jackson Dart, if he stays
Yeah.
healthy, he's
Wandale.
a problem.
Mm-hmm. Wandale Robinson, 11 receptions today, 113 yards, was leading receiver for them. Geno Smith, 20 of 28, 176, 1 touchdown, 2 INTs. Ashton Genty carried the ball 16 times today, 60 yards, no touchdowns for him.
Lord have
Michael
mercy.
Mayer, leading receiver, 89 yards for the Raiders. New York snaps a 9-game losing streak in this matchup of the
Wow.
NFL's 2 worst record. Yeah. Standouts. Jackson Dart threw for 207 yards and rushed for 2 touchdowns. Deonte Banks returned a kickoff 95 yards for his first NFL TD.
Look good.
Giants defense forced multiple turnovers and limited the Raiders offense all day. This was the Giants' first road win since week 6 and a major morale victory for late in the season.
Lord have mercy.
Raiders 2-14 are now in strong position to clinch the number 1 overall pick in 2026 draft. Heading into week 18, while the Giants 3-13 likely settle for a top 3 selection, but have dropped out of the strict number 1 probability. So yeah, so they both working on number 2 through 3. I mean 1 through 3.
Raiders got what they want. Raiders gonna get that number 1 pick.
Right.
They like, we can't win no more games. No more. And that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. All right, so we had a game that was going on and ended while we was started. So we got the result of this game. It's the Eagles versus the Bills. And I'm gonna say this, even though I picked the wrong team on my one thing that I do weekly, but I'm not surprised. Eagles 13, Bills 12. And the reason why I'm not surprised, and Mr. Stats and Mark and everybody can, even the other guys on the 54 Sports talking about the Don and T Rock, I still believe that the Eagles are a threat. Yes, it's dysfunctional. It's dysfunctional. But they still are probably one of the most talented teams out there. And when you look at their wins, they're not beating McDonald. You know what I'm saying? They're not beating scrubs, dude. They go to people's places that are considered Super Bowl contenders and they beat them. They're not blowing teams out, but they beat them because they can beat you many ways. They're deep now. It was pouring down raining, but guess who else played in the rain? The Bills. Makes no difference with them, man. They have a running game. They have a passing game when Mr. Hurts wants to pass the ball. Like they defense is top 5. Special teams, they coach can't stand them, but dude's track record, he done went to 2 Super Bowls, done won a Super Bowl. It's deadly. The Eagles are a threat. I don't care if you don't like them or not. They are a threat, and they gonna get in the playoffs. They in the playoffs, and they do not be surprised if they're not playing to get in the Super Bowl. There's not many talented teams than them, and they know how to win. And it's almost stats. It almost remind me when we talk about the NBA when teams they like, hey, they just flip the switch when it's time to go. You know, when it's time to playoffs, you see a totally different thing. Like I am believing once they get in the playoffs, man, we're gonna see a total different, and it's gonna be scary. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, and I would love to be wrong because y'all know who I rock with. I'm not saying this because I like them. I'm saying them because I got my NFL head on, and the Eagles are legit. Yeah, they're not winning 40-12, but they still to go to your house and beat you up at it. Very impressive win. And the Bills, the same thing that Mr. Stats and Mark and I talk about week in, week out. The Bills is all Josh. You got to see Brandon Cooks out there who's been on 20 teams. This catches a pass. And Cook disappears in real big games. So what are we talking about? It's the Josh Allen show. That's why dude should be a candidate for the MVP every year because he is by himself. He's like Petty Ice. Petty Ice just has more talent than he has on that team. And Petty Ice is the better quarterback to me. That's my opinion. But Allen is very, very good, and he's by himself. And you cannot beat teams by yourself in the playoffs. And that's what we see. What you got, Stats?
Yeah, you was right about that. Yeah, I think this was a statement win for the Eagles, though. You know, I think they definitely needed something like this here at this point in the season to kind of solidify. You know what I mean? Because today, I mean, they've been somewhat dysfunctional to date,
Right.
and still not quite 100%. You know what I mean?
True.
So yeah. Jalen Hurts today, 13 of 27, 110 yards, 1 touchdown. Saquon, 19 carries, 68 yards, no TDs. A.J. Brown, 68 yards, leading receiver. Dallas Goedert catching a lone touchdown. Josh Allen, on the other hand, 23 of 35, 262, no touchdowns thrown. James Cook, 74 yards, rushing, was leading rusher. Josh Allen also had 2 touchdowns rushing the ball today. Brandon Cooks, 4 receptions, 101 yards, leading receiver
New
for
receiver.
Buffalo. Yeah. Philadelphia edged Buffalo in a defensive and weather-impacted battle. Jalen Hurts connected with Dallas Goedert for the lone early TD. Jake Elliott hit 2 field goals before halftime. Josh Allen scored late on a 2-yard rush, then again on a 1-yard run. But the Bills failed to the 2-point conversion that would have won the game. All right. Eagles defense forced stall drives in the middle quarters and key stops late to preserve the 1-point lead. The game was decided by a failed 2-point try by the Bills with seconds left, a dramatic and relatively rare decisive call in a Week 17 playoff impacting football game.
Yeah.
Playoff implications: Eagles 11-5 may maintain momentum and solidify their NFC playoff positioning. They already clinched the NFC East earlier in the day. The Bills lose ground in the AFC East race and now lose a chance at the division title, which will go to the New England Patriots. Yeah, so there's the implications of that one.
You know what, man?
But yeah, definitely a big game for the Eagles. No, I was just saying it's a big game for the Eagles.
You know, not too many teams can go to Ultra Park Buffalo, and have 11 first downs, only run 54 plays, only get 190 yards total offense, give up 331, and win. And only reason why this became something close is because the problem that the Eagles been having is this like stall ball. They didn't score any points in the third or fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, Bills got all their points. That was it. Like this game was 13-0 going into the fourth. And way in the fourth. Until Josh, Josh is gonna do what Josh does. He's gonna try to come on, let me wheel y'all in here. Let me do what I gotta do. But it's just not enough. And that's the only drawback from the Eagles for me is that, dude, you get up, you got to choke people out. You got to go ahead and put your foot on their throat in football and rock and roll, and that's what gets you beat. Because this game should have been over and done with. Dude didn't complete going into the fourth quarter stats. He didn't. Jalen Hurts didn't complete a pass all second half until like I think it was like late or something. That's what gets you beat. That's what gets you beat. All right, we've got two games. One tonight's get ready to start as a slobber knocker. This is what the playoffs is all about. We got the Bears, who's in first place. Who would have thought that? Ben Johnson, Coach of the Year, 11-4 at the 49ers, 11-4. 49ers has a chance to actually be the number one overall seed if they win the next two games. I'm sorry, stats doing that stuff. San Fran is a 3.5-point favorite. This right here is, to me, all about the Bears. Like, can the Bears go ahead and we know you won some meaningful games in the NFC, you know what I'm saying, against Green Bay and Detroit. So now let's go to the 49ers. 49ers, hot team. They got some players back. They're going to be without Kittles tonight, but I want to see what's going on, what it's going to look like. And 49ers, your schedule's been garbage. They schedule, except for their division, they ain't played nobody. So now you got the Bears. Let's see, because that's the reason why they're playing each other, because both of them had horrible seasons a week before. So let's see. Let's rock and roll. What you got on this game, Stats?
Yeah, hold on. I got you. Oh,
11-4, both of them. Should be a good one. Gonna happen up shortly, so get ready for that one. Like I said, San Fran 3.5-point favorite in this game. And Brandon, what's his name? Oh, you can. That dude. Are they gonna cut him? What's going on with that? What's the deal? Because it's ridiculous. Dude's driving at 111 miles per hour. Dude, I had you on my roster for a long time, injury reserve, all kinds of stuff, man. I got duped. I mean, he didn't play. What's snap? What's snap?
Hold on. I just had that.
Real quick, the playoff picture, if it ended today, Seattle's number 1, number 2 is Chicago, 3 Philadelphia, 4 Carolina, 5 San Fran, 6 the Rams, 7 Green Bay. Like, we got 2 the conference that got all the picks. I mean, all the playoff people, pretty much.
Right.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
I got you right here. Let's see. Here we go. All right, so both teams 11-4 and are already playoff bound. A win or loss dramatically affects the NFC seeding, including potential number 1 and number 2 seed scenarios. The Bears can clinch at least a 2 seed with a win or certain other results. The 49ers need this win to keep their number 1 seed hopes alive. Let me see. NFC Bears, NFC North champions and riding high momentum after a big divisional win. Chicago has been strong since the early losses and leads the league in takeaways. a key team strength this season. 49ers, winners of their last 5 games, including a dominant offensive showing recently, and have not punted in multiple December games, showing
Wow.
sustained scoring prowess. Yeah.
That's sick.
Key players to watch: Brock Purdy, coming off a 5-touchdown performance and leading one of the league's most efficient offenses. Caleb Williams has been one of the breakout young stars this season. His efficiency and decision-making will be tested against San Francisco's front. Christian McCaffrey, focal point of the 49ers attack, and a potential key to controlling time of possession and big plays. George Kittle, unlikely to pay.
We just got a pick 6. The Bears.
Did we? Oh, okay. Kittle, unlikely to play. Roma Dunze could be out injured. Burton 3 returns and add playmaking upside. Let me see. This matchup feels like a playoff preview as both teams could meet again later in January with higher stakes. The Bears' recent success marks a major turnaround from previous seasons, while the 49ers' offensive consistency, despite injuries to stars like Nick Bosa and Fred Warner, is notable. So, yeah, man, it's a big game for both teams. I think this, like they say, it could be a playoff preview type situation. So,
yeah. Already pick 6. Last but not least tonight, for tomorrow, Rams 11-4 at the Falcons 6-9. You ain't got to preview it. This Rams is 7-point favorite. Who you got in this game and why?
I'm gonna go with the Rams. Yeah, I just love the Rams. Offensively, Puka has been playing out of his mind. Matt Stafford's been playing out of his mind here lately. They haven't really needed to rush, but they got 2 capable runners over there. So I just think that offense is pretty strong, and I think they're gonna pull through.
Yeah, you know what? That division is tough, dude. The Rams, Seahawks, 49ers. That's tough. And the Rams are a complete team. And you Falcons, now they got talent, but you're able to go ahead and continue to rest Devontae Swing. Devontae Adams to go ahead and rest, get 100% for the playoffs. You're still fighting for the number 1 seed, try to get healthy. I mean, this right here, this last 2 weeks, man, is everything for these teams to get that number 1 seed. And we know we done seen where the number 1 seed doesn't always get there, but some of these guys needs that rest for the injuries. But I'm with you. I think the Rams gonna take care of business. Cousins is doing what he does. Hey, Cousins. Hey, I would say this: Cousins done helped out Pitt's ass the last 3 or 4 games, because Pitts is actually putting up some good numbers, because he was almost on his way to San Fran, where they got all the not San Fran, Pittsburgh, where they got all the 6'7" brothers. All the tight ends is over. Big time. All right, we leaving you guys. Mr. Stats, what you leaving the people with?
Happy New Year's, people. If I don't see you, man, y'all stay safe out there, try not to stay out of trouble or whatever, man. Don't get too lit up out there. So, we'll see you next week.
What he said, Happy New Year's, big time. Continue to support, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tomorrow, Derby City Sports Review show. Tune in on that one. God bless y'all. And we outie. Peace.
Hey.
It's 8 p.m. Crease. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.